My friend invited my abusive ex-husband to her wedding without telling me. She chose to surprise me with my worst nightmare, so I surprised her by walking out. I left my husband, Darren, 2 years ago, when our eldest daughter, 19, came out, and he physically attacked her for it. We have 4 children, and I have sole custody over the 3, who young enough to be covered by custody agreements, which Darren has tried to fight me over for the past 2 years. But when you have a criminal record for beating up one child, the courts are unlikely to give you custody of the others. Darren and I were in the same friendship group since primary school, but my friends told me they had all cut contact with him. I went to my friend Rachel's wedding this weekend when I spotted him at the ceremony. Because it's a wedding and an important day for my friend, I chose not to acknowledge his existence. It was a big wedding anyway, so I thought I could just avoid him and have a conversation with Rachel about his presence at a later date because she deserved to enjoy her day. However, when I was looking at the seating plan for the reception, I saw both of our names, one after the other. Rachel had put our group, including Darren, on the same table. My 2 other friends from this group convinced me to take my seat because we hardly get to see each other anymore, promising that they had no idea why Darren was invited and vowing to make him regret being born if any drama started. Darren sat next to me, greeted me with a, "Hey babe," as if we were still together, and I could not cope with being in his presence. All I could think about was desperately trying to restrain him while my second eldest called the police. I downed my glass of Prosecco and walked to my hotel. Yesterday, I got a message from Rachel saying that her mom asked her to invite Darren, and Rachel said yes because her parents were paying for most of the wedding. Rachel's mom is Darren's godmother. I asked her about the seating plan, and again, she said that was her mom's doing because she was adamant that there was a potential for us to get back together. She apologized for not telling me, saying that she thought I wouldn't go if I knew. I have not replied to that message and I don't plan to. As much as I don't want to give up on an over 3-decade-long friendship, I can't get past this. Update. Anyway, I did not reply to Rachel and just blocked her, but her husband called me yesterday. He apologized but then went on about how hard this is for Rachel and how she feels that the day was tainted for her. I told him that how she sees her day is not my responsibility, and I ended up blocking him as well. I talked to one of the members of the friend group, and he apologized for convincing me to even sit down at the table. He said he thought more about him wanting to have the group back together than how it would affect me. He then told me about how Darren told Rachel's family members who asked where I was, that me seeing him reminded him too much about our son who died 2 years ago, and I had to leave. He was referring to my daughter, who is a very much alive trans woman. Apparently no one in the group attempted to correct him, so I have just removed myself from our group chats and I'm going to try to make better friends. Also, thank you to the people who wished my daughter well. She wanted me to say that she really appreciates it, and she is starting to thrive, despite the mental scarring and share sorry excuse for a father gave her. I could not be prouder of how far she has come in her journey, and in September, she will be the first person in my family to go to university. She is taking a page out of the Petty Queen's book and getting her revenge with a life well lived.